Hello everyone and welcome back to another AFK journey video. In this video we're going to be going through the top teams for the SYLVAN squad Ravaged Realm Thalassa. We're on the Pioneer server and one person has shared their team formation and he's currently rank 3 of all of the players on the leaderboard. He got 103 billion damage, which is really high, and there's another team option actually that managed to get 102 billion, which is using Lyca instead of Florabelle. So basically you have two different options depending on which heroes you have built up on your account. We're going to take a look at Techie's teams first. So on team number 1, it is going to be Tide Call Spell, kind of like almost a physical damage dealer team, but it has the Parissa there as well. When we take a look at the charms, Eironn is going to be on the ones which give her skill power and the healing. Because the boss does hit pretty hard, that healing can make a difference. Rainier is going to be on the Mystic Charms, but I don't think they matter as much. You could just go for any Mythic Charms to get him the quality bonus. Lenya, Butcher Charms are going to be important because she is a major damage dealer. Parissa on the Quick Charms are going to be important. These are the best charms. I don't know if I would upgrade them with Radiant Crest, but she is a key damage dealer in this Ravaged Realm, and Florabelle with the Gale Charms are the best for the offensive option. Yeah, like I mean in PvP, giving her the Eagle Charms are considered the best, but not for this boss. You want to have as much damage as possible, which is from the Gale Charms. And when we take a look at the damage contribution, Parissa actually did end up dealing the most. So actually, maybe it is a good idea to upgrade the charms from Mythic Plus to Mythic Double Plus with Radiant Crest, but it's up to you. Either way, Quick Charms are going to be the best for her. They give her, I believe it is the Haste. Yeah, but we can take a look at that. Okay, Eironn is going to be on just the Cheetah Charms. If we take a look at the formation here, Eironn, Lilymay, and Brian, with Lilymay and Brian on the buff tiles with the Resonating Spell to ramp up Lilymay's damage as much as possible, so not the Arcane Spell. And Eironn is good because he provides a debuff to reduce the magical defense of the boss, and that is going to increase your magical damage from Brian and also Lilymay. Brian here is on the inside Eagle Charms, and I've seen a lot of people with the Eagle Charms on Brian. I guess it does give him ultimate power, and it gives him more tankiness to survive better because the boss again deals a lot of damage and can kill your team. And Lilymay on the Sorcery Charms. But yeah, for Brian, I'm not entirely sure. Are these the best? Are these necessary to go for? In my opinion, I would just get them any mythic set for Brian. Doesn't have to complete a set effect, because then you're going to get the quality bonus of the charms, which is really important. This is going to cause the target of his damage to take bonus damage, and this is going to increase Lilymay's damage output. Okay, so those are basically the team formations and the charms. Let's go ahead and take a look at replay of team number 1 and watch the health of all of the allies. And the cool thing is, if you don't have Florabelle, don't worry. You can just replace Florabelle for Lyca, which hopefully more people will have. And we'll take a look at that replay as well, because that one got 102 billion and this one got 103 billion. Okay. So yeah, Eironn with the I think recovering charms are the ones she has, giving her bonus healing and also skill power. Those are going to be good. Basically that increases her healing output by as much as possible. The skill power like reduces the cooldown of one of her key healing abilities. So that is going to be good for keeping your team alive. But either way, basically the team is not at risk of dying for the first 45 or 50 seconds, but then the boss starts hitting really hard and you're going to need that bonus healing. Florabelle is an interesting option because she has all of these summons to deal bonus damage to the boss. And both her and Parissa being the hardest hitting damage dealers, they're going to be on the buff tiles, and just have Lenya being position swapped by Rainier, so she can begin attacking the tentacles and then the boss quicker. Okay, so far looking good. I mean, 48 seconds left. We can watch it on 2x speed. Are there going to be any... Now when the boss uses her attack, I think it is going to hit pretty hard, but let's see how much damage we take. Okay, yeah, that hit pretty hard, but now Eironn is hopefully going to be able to heal up the team. She's about to cast her ultimate, and while the ultimate is running, you have the damage reduction. Okay, right there. That is going to be the critical moment. Maybe you're going to have to do additional runs in order to get good RNG. for your team not to die there, because right there, that was the point where like Heiwen was about to cast ultimate, but she wasn't able to cast it in time, and the boss hit really hard, and my team, some of the allies almost died. But this is perfect, because Lenya does go down, but only towards the end, and the other heroes survive the whole fight. Tide Call spell makes sense. It increases the damage that the boss will be receiving after activating it, and it also reduces the attack of the boss, which can allow you to take her damage better. And there you go. That is the overall top performing team for team number 1. And now team number 2, let's take a look at it. And let's see, watch the Brian's health. Like if the Brian never gets that low on health, then he probably doesn't need the Eagle Charms. You could go for other charm options. But I guess ultimate power will be increasing his damage by quite a lot as well. Okay. So yeah, it's again interesting as well that you're going all out for Resonating Spell on Lily May for her damage rather than something like Arcane Spell, because Arcane Spell has been doing pretty well in Ravaged Realm so far, but if there's one major hyper carry, it's better usually to give that one Resonating Spell. Okay, yeah, Brian is taking a lot of damage because there's still 45 seconds left, and Brian is already at below half health, and the thing is you have no healing on this team. So it is probably pretty important to actually give him the Eagle Charms, and he barely survives right there, and now he's going to go down. But he doesn't go down. How does he come back? I don't understand. How is he coming back to life? Okay, there he actually does die. I don't know what happened, because his charms don't give him like immunity to the first fatal damage or anything like that, and there's nothing in the Wilder faction talents. I'm not sure. You guys can let me know in the comment section. But either way, yeah, it does look like if you can give him the Eagle Charms to increase his HP by more, that is probably going to be good, but I don't really worry about it too much. The key heroes, now if we're going to talk about priority, you're going to look at who deals the most damage, which is Lily May. So she wants a sorcery charms, you need to get them number 1 priority. Number 2, honestly, is Prissa. Getting the quick charms onto Prissa is going to be the number 2 priority, and then Lenya Butcher Charms probably number 3 priority, and then Brian probably, I guess, Eagle Charms, which are the ones he is running right here. Okay. So that is pretty much it. Don't really worry about the charms of the other heroes. Just get them all mythic charms to complete their set effect. And yeah, don't worry about Florabelle either too much. Like even if she doesn't have the Gale charms, it should be fine. Okay, overall that is a top performing team. Now let's take a look at a version that you can run if you don't have Florabelle, for example, because otherwise the team is exactly the same. The formation is exactly the same. Well, actually not. The team number 2 is running Damian instead of the Eironn, and basically not running Eironn at all, and then Lyca on team number 1 instead of the Florabelle. But other than that, the team is basically the same, and Rainier to buff up the attack of Prissa because she is your hard-hitting damage dealer, again with the Tide Call spell. If we take a look at the charms, they are all going to be the same Mystic Charms onto Lyca here. And yeah, interesting about the Damian, basically now your team is probably going to survive the whole fight, even the Brian most likely with the Damian. And in total, they do get a really good score on the team number 2 here. Okay, interesting. Yeah, so Lyca is doing almost the same amount of damage as Prissa. We can just take a look at that replay on 2x speed. So she's a good option. Like if you have a Supreme Plus, +5 exclusive equipment or so Lyca, maybe this will be the best team for you. If you have a Supreme Plus, +10 exclusive equipment Florabelle, I would probably go for the Florabelle team. It depends which hero you have more invested in, because both of them are basically like damage dealers for this boss fight. And so they will need stats to increase their attack. Lyca is also interesting because she powers up like the damage of the rest of your team by giving them the attack speed buff. But I wonder if they're going to be any difference in survivability because we don't have all of the summons of Florabelle. I don't know if that will change much. Interesting how good Prissa is though. Prissa is a really good hero. Even for battle drills, of course, she's really strong. But also keep in mind that this score is probably going to be out of reach for most people because I think the Prissa here is at +15 exclusive equipment, and most people on their main account would not have Prissa at +15. At most, they might have her at +10. And that should be fine, but then the damage is not going to be quite as high as you're seeing here. Okay, this was amazing. Basically, the team had no difficulty surviving. Lenya probably will die in the end, just like in the previous team that we watched. No, Lenya doesn't even die. Prissa does die, though, but right towards the end. 52 billion with team number 1 is a really good score. That is a really good score. Let's take a look at the team number 2, just to watch how basically the team will survive with Damian. So this is a great option. Like, and I think, I don't know, I just have a feeling Damian would be better than Eironn, because Eironn increases your damage, but then is going to be very hard to allow Brian to survive long enough. I think that run had good RNG. And also it had like the Eagle Charms on Brian, so I think realistically, Damian is probably just going to be better to keep your heroes healed up and alive for longer. I think this is going to keep Brian alive for maybe the whole fight or most of it, which is going to be better. Okay, but again, really interesting teams. Good luck, guys. So now you know which charms to craft. Number 1, sorcery charms for Lily May if you don't already have them. Number 2, the quick charms for Parissa. Number 3, the butcher charms for Lenya. And number 4, the, I guess, eagle charms for Brian. I want to take a look at the charms for this team with the Damian, because maybe he's not running the eagle charms here. Yeah, again, Brian doesn't, like, die from the fatal blow. Is that some... Oh, I think it's some ability that Brian has, right? On his own, like he doesn't die the first time he's actually killed. Okay, and now Damian is going to allow him to survive the whole fight pretty much. So yeah, that was a good run, and basically an alternative option. If the other team with Eironn is not working out well for you, you can go for a team like this. And again, it was the Eagle Charms. Okay guys, so these are actually called the Swift Charms, not the Quick Charms, and they provide haste and attack speed, basically, so faster skill casting of Parissa's abilities and faster normal attack speed. And Brian, Eagle Charms, they're not the recommended, but they are just optimal because a lot of people are running them here. And what they do is they don't actually increase his ultimate damage, but they will reduce the energy cost for keeping Elena active, and then basically as a byproduct, that is going to increase his damage because she is going to be active for longer, dealing her bonus damage. So that is basically it. But he would be like the 4th priority after you're done with Parissa, Lenya, and Lily May, in my opinion. Then you can go for Brian. But just try to complete his overall mythic set, even if you can't get him a complete set of a complete set of Eagle, for example, for stats. Just getting the mythic quality bonus is going to increase your damage by a lot. So anyway, guys, I hope you enjoyed the video. Thank you for watching. Good luck preparing for the SYLVAN squad. Now we have 3 basically of the top teams. We're just going to do Aurora squad tomorrow, and then we're going to have the patch which will bring Ravaged Realm to all of us onto global server, and we'll be ready for it. So hopefully you guys are preparing. Good luck with that. I'll hopefully see you guys in the next video, and until then, everyone, peace out for now, and thank you for watching.